What's happening, MJ traders and investors? It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today is Wednesday. It's March 27th. Happy Hump Day. Hope you're doing well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing Nova MJ's recent Q4 2023 and full year-end 2023 earnings. We'll review the results. I'll go over my thoughts and opinions. They did achieve positive net earnings, and we'll take a look at the chart and the technicals and what to expect in the days, weeks ahead in terms of price action. I'll give my thoughts and opinions. As always, it's not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only, and you should never ever buy or sell anything based on anything that I say. But most of the people who follow me probably never heard of Nova MJ. They're behind the brand Value Buds as well, and they have a partnership with SNDL. And we'll take a look. If you haven't seen my SNDL video as well, you can check that out. I did a deep dive on that one, but a lot of people may not know, but essentially they're one of the discount names in the space. So similar to High Tide and Cabana, they do the discount model, and it's in the name, Value Buds, right? So before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff, and you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. Also, full disclosure, I do not own NOVC in my MJ portfolio. I may look to add it at some point in the near future. Let me know if you hold it in your portfolio. I'm assuming if you're watching this video, probably do. But like I said, it's on my radar. I will look to potentially add it at some point. Very impressive result and an earnings summary overall. Also, you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. The handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And also, just as a heads up, I will be interviewing John Cooper, CEO of NEVI Brands, on Friday this week. So in a couple of days. That'll be live sometime at some point this weekend, and they have the #1 beverage in the U.S. And John Bell is a director at NEVI Brands. He was a former board member and chair of Cannabis Growth. So you can tick the bell. You'll be notified when that video goes live. Also, if you recall, over a month ago, I posted current MJ monthly uptrends. So Cureleaf, AYR, Green Thumb, Trulieve, MSOS, IIPR, Verano, TerraSen, C21, Grown Rogue, and last but not least, Nova MJ, NOVC. So actually, NOVC was like the first to confirm a monthly uptrend here in Canada. So very technically strong, technically speaking, very strong. So we'll take a look at the chart. It is showing a little bit of a cause for concern that we could see a little bit of a dip, but not to be, not to be taken off guard, because, with great upside comes downside, right? We can't go in a straight line forever. So it's just healthy in my opinion, but we are expecting a pretty sizable pullback at some point, which I'll take a look at the chart here and give you my opinion on that. But in terms of earnings, they did miss in terms of their analyst estimates, but overall very positive quarter and year for them. Like I said, they did miss, so 67.4 million was their actual revenue for the quarter. Projected was 68.1, not a very big miss, but a miss nonetheless. And EPS, earnings per share, they were forecasting positive 0.04, came in at negative 0.01. And then same thing with TradingView. Reported 67.4, missed it by 69. They estimated 69.349 million, so a miss there. Estimate for EPS was 0.045, came in at positive 0.01. And then even on Moomoo, they were forecasting 70.598 million, came in at 67.4, so they missed there as well. But overall, like I said, a great earnings report. Company is a very low market cap as well, but not too bad. It's sitting at a little north of 100 million, so 101.254 million, which isn't too bad whatsoever. And they're seeing tremendous growth, and we're seeing, Ontario, there's going to be store count doubling from 75 to 150 stores, and there's still lots of growth here in their hometown or their home province of Alberta. And I actually live here in Edmonton and love it here. The community here, MJ community, is absolutely fantastic. And as we know, it's all privatized sales. So Nova announces fourth quarter and year-end 2023 results. I'm not going to go over everything in detail, but I'll go over some of the highlights. The company achieved record annual revenue, adjusted EBITDA, and delivers positive net earnings with sustained gross profit growth. And all financial information is reported in millions of Canadian dollars. So Nova has achieved significant milestones this year, marked by sequential growth, profit growth, and positive net earnings for 3 consecutive quarters, which is great to see. As we know, a lot of companies in Canada are struggling with profitability, but as we know, we could see an excise tax improvement. There was a spring release, and we could expect improvements to taxation. And then April 16th is the save the date catalyst, where the federal budget here in Canada is going to come out. There's talks about switching from a flat fee to a percentage fee for excise taxes. Organogram has said it. Oxley, about a third of their whole annual revenue went to excise taxes. So this could add, tens of millions onto their bottom line. So companies that are not yet profitable should become profitable very quickly, especially with news today that Germany signed it into law. and fully legalizing as of April 1st on Monday. So that's a done deal. So that's going to be great. Pillar 2 going live, and then Pillar 2 will go live likely in a year or two, and then that's going to bring adult use sales and for-profit organizations. So it's going to be an exciting time, and then we know we're seeing positive reform in the U.S. as well. So great time to be an investor. But Marcy Kiziak, the CEO of Nova, said that statement, and we've got a lot of potential here. And the companies that are profitable and that have positive net earnings, they're just going to have that much more money at the end of the day, and way more hitting their bottom line. So this is an exciting time, and we could see improvements to edibles shift from 10 milligrams to 100 milligrams. So there's lots to be excited about here. Our success in the current market is a direct result of our sharp focus on inventory management and the strategic enhancement of our proprietary data agreements, which has contributed to our positive cash flow position this past year. Amidst a competitive and fluctuating market, our expansion will continue to be measured, focusing on tactical opportunities in key markets including BC, Ontario, 2024, and that's store doubling count, right? Which is probably why. Our achievements through 2023 further highlight the success of Value Buds banner, which has proven adaptable and well-positioned to endure success in Canada's dynamic MJ retail sector. Fourth quarter financial operational highlights. Already went over that. 4 locations operational throughout the fourth fiscal quarter 2023 and 2022. Same-store sales increased 2% year over year. So gross profit, 25% of revenue. 30, so that's pretty low, right? We want to see that higher for sure, but because they employ the discount model, not to be very similar to like a high tide, right? But that they'll continue to get the illicit market converted over with the low price point proposition, and then we're just gonna continue to see it grow, and it's kind of like the Costco, if you will, mentality. But yeah, the average is usually around between 30 and 40%. Anything north of 40 is considered fantastic. So we want to see that get back up to that 30-40% off. Net earnings of $0.04 million or positive 0.01 earnings per share, as I mentioned. And then adjusted EBITDA for the fourth quarter of 2023 was $6.4 million, 9% of revenue. And then the data, an improvement 100% as well from 2022, mind you. The data licensing program generated revenue of $4.2 million in the fourth quarter of 2023 compared to $1.6 million for the fourth quarter of 2022, representing growth of $2.6 million or 163%. 96 stores operating as of March 25th, 2024, an increase of 8 stores since the beginning of 2023. Nova's management team estimates that the market share was approximately 19% in Alberta and 4% in Ontario as of the fourth quarter of 2023. And then cash provided by operation activities for the fourth quarter, $5 million, $2.2 million increase from the $2.8 million cash provided in the fourth quarter of 2022, and cash equivalents of $13.8 million as of December 31st, 2023. So pretty low there on cash, but as we know, positive net earnings. So with excise taxes shifting as well, only going to be looking better from here, in my opinion. And then full year fiscal 2023 record revenue $259.3 million. Increase of 15% from 2022. Record gross profit of $61.6 million, 24% of sales, 40% increase from 2022. We'll go through a little bit quicker here. And that's pretty much all I wanted to mention. We'll take a look at the chart here as well. But overall, a great quarter, and should continue to improve, like I said, with store count doubling in Ontario and all the catalysts, Germany, all the catalysts, excise taxes. Good improvements to product labeling, packaging, marketing, distribution, advertising eventually, convenience stores, like all these things, all these growth catalysts. Like I said, excise taxes, we have reform in the U.S., which is only going to help the industry. Germany, there's so many things on the horizon, it's not even funny. But if we take a look here at the monthly time frame, and just kind of to go back to this thought process here, Nova MJ was one of the first to confirm a monthly uptrend, and we confirmed a monthly uptrend in the month of January to start this year. So we had our low here of the dump, and that was at 34 cents. And then we had another higher low there at 39.5 cents. And then once we broke the high of this bounce here at $1.41 in the month of January, the high was 144. That confirmed the monthly uptrend, and then we got our follow through. We could be gearing up as well for a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. As you can see, last time that happened, price went from about $3.85 all the way up to $49. And we're gearing up for another monthly EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well. So at the moment, we have no nearby price action resistance from the high of the bounce here at 208, which is our local top. And then after that, all the way up at 442. So I'm going to be looking to add this one, but I'm going to look for a monthly higher low to add it. Probably somewhere around, I'll try to snag it closer to $1 area. let me know if you're looking to add long term. I think that could be a nice area, and then definitely under $1 is a snag and a hell of a deal for sure. In terms of the weekly time frame, we did form a weekly higher low here, so we held key support there at 125. So that is the must hold level. We hit 132. So 125, most important short-term support. If we lose that, probably heading back down to $1 or a slight flush thereof. And like I said, looking for that monthly higher low, which at the moment on the monthly time frame from current levels, we could pull back 75% and still be in a monthly uptrend. From the high here, the local high to the next support on the monthly time frame is 80%. So we could drop from current levels, like I said, about 75% and still be in a monthly uptrend. So don't be surprised if we continue to pull back already from our top here and high of this month to the low, we're down over 15%. So don't be surprised if we come back test EMA 12 on the monthly time frame there around 108 and $1 psychological. That's where I'll be looking to load the boat for sure. But it's looking pretty good in terms of the weekly time frame. Like I said, we're just looking at 125, then $1 psychological. In terms of the daily time frame, we did confirm a daily downtrend with a lower high, lower low, which means zoom out to the weekly time frame and look for consolidation. Consolidation means we're losing the low of the previous candle, and that's exactly what happened. And then in terms of the hourly time frame here, there's not much. It's a very illiquid name, so that's why a lot of people in the U.S., a lot of people that follow me probably haven't heard of it. It's in Canada and not very liquid, right? Most people, especially with all the talks of reform in the U.S. and Germany, most people are looking at NASDAQ listed names, your Cannabis, your Tilrays, your SNDLs, your High Tides, your Auroras, right, of the world. Might have missed a few, but I think that's pretty much what most people are looking at today. And we were down today while the rest of the sector was up. CGC just up over, like 300% in like a couple weeks, up another 32% today. So generally, when we have big headlines and reform in Germany and the US and these big major catalysts, excise taxes in Canada, the tier ones are going to run first, right? Because they're listed on US major exchanges. That's where the volume is. That's where the institutional capital it is. So, that's where money is going to flow in, but then it trickles down to the tier 2s and the tier 3s, right? So the smaller cap names eventually. So like I said, I'm expecting to add on a monthly higher low somewhere around that 125, $1 area and start to scale in. We also lost the 10-week moving average. So if we close below 159 this week, that's not going to be good because we had a bear cross of the stochastic, which is usually an early clue to downside, and we just dipped below it, and we're gearing up for a MACD bear cross in the weekly time frame. So again, adding more confluence to the fact that we could see the high probability of a monthly higher low somewhere around that $1 area and a potential test of 125 and $1 support. We also are above the 200 weekly moving average, but we dip below it. So if we fail to close above that tomorrow at 171, that's going to be another red flag. But we're seeing a 50 and 100 weekly moving average bull cross. Still a ways away before we see a 50 and a 200 weekly bull cross. If that happens, that's uber bullish. That is mega bullish. So, but that's probably going to be several weeks before that happens, if not a few months. But even a back test of the 50 and the 100 there, weekly moving average would put us around 86 cents. So again, lines up with my thinking that we could see a 125, $1, maybe even a slight flush of there. And then I think that would be a screaming buy down around those levels. In terms of the daily moving averages, we're above all of those as well, but another little bit of a red flag that we dip below the 50-day moving average there at 150. We did close today above it, but again, a little bit of a crack in the armor here. And again, the 200-day moving average there at 88 cents. A lot of support in that $1 to 80 cent area. And I'll definitely be loading the boat there. But going into there, it's Rod with Powell Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth. If you found value in this video, no pun intended, please smash a like. I really appreciate it. Love each and every one of you who supported me along the way. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the technicals, the chart. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know what you thought really stood out about the earnings report. If you joined the conference call, let me know what the main takeaway was. I wasn't able to join, but hope you have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you again on the next video. Take care.